Hey, what's up, guys? This is Gold Dizzy bringing you my WWE Over the Limit pay-per-view review video. I gotta say, the pay-per-view, in my opinion, was really good, and I really liked the fact that they had an in memory of Macho Man Randy Savage at the beginning of the show. I thought that was really cool of the WWE to do that. But let's get to this review. First match of the night, R-Truth going up against Rey Mysterio. Uh, the biggest complaint I have with this pay-per-view is the time that they give to the matches. You know, you hear me complain about that a lot, but I find it to be very important for matches to have time because, to me, you know, a match can't really develop any kind of emotion or anything of that nature if it doesn't have the time to build it. You know, you can't really build that drama with 5 minutes or anything like that. But anyways, enough about that. The first match indeed was R-Truth and Rey Mysterio, and you know, it was a good match. I just wish it had a little bit more time, but R-Truth cuts a cool little promo at the beginning of the match talking about parking lots. If you didn't see it, I suggest you check it out. Kind of funny. But anyways, the match gets started, and I gotta say, Rey Mysterio, R-Truth working very well with one another. Great back and forth action. I really liked how Truth looked in the match. He looked really aggressive. Mysterio hits a really nice bulldog off the second rope. Looked fantastic. Like I said, Truth was looking really good as well. Mysterio somehow, someway, racked his nuts on the ring apron, and that was pretty much the end of it because Mysterio could not mount a comeback whatsoever, and Truth capitalized on that. And Truth got the win. I loved it. I love seeing R-Truth, who just recently turned heel. I love seeing him get a big win over an established superstar like Rey Mysterio. It's good to see Rey Mysterio put over these superstars as well, because you know he knows he's already been to the top of the mountain, and it's good to see him actually, you know, let some other guys win. But yeah, just a good opening match. Only got 8 minutes though. Wish I had a little bit more time. But anyways, we got the second match of the night, Intercontinental Championship match. Wade Barrett, the champ, going up against Ezekiel Jackson. I gotta say, another short match, only 8 minutes, just like the first one, but it was a good match. I gotta say, Ezekiel Jackson looked awesome in the match, really dominating from the beginning to the end. And both Wade Barrett and Big Zeke worked really well with one another. They kept a pretty decent pace throughout this match, and pretty much just like I figured, the core interfered, you know, causing Wade Barrett to get DQ'd. And they really went to town on Ezekiel Jackson. The core was just beating the holy hell out of him. But the great part about the match is that, well, you know, Wade Barrett is still the Intercontinental Champion, and I really like seeing that. I just wish the match had a little bit more time, but it was still a good match. Anyways, Ezekiel Jackson gets the win via disqualification. So the third match of the night was Sin Cara taking on Chavo Guerrero. And I love how they dim the lights during the Sin Cara matches. It really adds to the matches, gives it a really cool effect. But here we go, another match, another 8-minute match. 3 8-minute matches in a row. Thought that was kind of odd, but it was still good. Just needed more time, just like the first 2 matches. But you know, great action right off the bat with these two guys, both Sin Cara and Chavo Guerrero, working really well with one another. Back and forth action. Sin Cara gets the win on Chavo Guerrero. He, in my opinion, though, kind of maybe botched the finish. It kind of looked like he did. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was Chavo that botched it, but anyways, Sin Cara still got the win, and it was good for what we saw. And then the next match, we got to see the Big Show and Kane take on Mason Ryan and CM Punk for the WWE Tag Team titles. Now, here we are with tag team match on a pay-per-view. And I know I was complaining about how tag team matches on pay-per-view usually don't get much time. You know, at least it doesn't seem like they do. Well, finally, the WWE has changed that because this tag team match got 10 minutes, and I was really, really happy to see that. And this was actually a good little tag team match. Gotta say, Mason Ryan looked like a beast in this match. It was awesome. Unfortunately, though, CM Punk never really was able to mount much offense at all in the beginning stages of this match. Of course, Big Show and Kane looked good like they always do, but it was nice to see these two teams have a little bit of chemistry with one another. Kane and the Big Show, they get the win. They do the double choke slam on Mason Ryan for the win. And like I said, it's just great to see a tag team match get some time. I thought it was a good match overall. They showed a Capital Punishment pay-per-view commercial. Capital Punishment is the next pay-per-view. And the pay-per-view, or the commercial, I should say, excuse me, it had Obama featured in it. That's all I'm going to say. So I suggest you check it out if you haven't seen it. But the next match of the night was the WWE Divas title match. Brie Bella taking on Kelly Kelly. This was just an okay match. It only lasted 4 minutes. Brie Bella got the win. She retained the Divas title by using a little bit of twin magic. Brie and Nikki did the switcheroo, and Nikki got the win over Kelly Kelly. That's that. Okay, so the World Heavyweight Championship match was next. Christian and Randy Orton. This match was great. I loved it from beginning to end. A great 16-minute long match. I'm talking a great match. High paced from the beginning to end. High impact from beginning to end. The crowd got into it, which really made the match more exciting. Great back and forth action. Great near falls. Great false finishes. Just a great overall match. Of course, Randy Orton gets the win. Retains the title. Yet again, he's able to pull out an RKO out of thin air because Christian is trying to reverse a suplex, and in doing so, he gets hit with an RKO. It was really nice. Just a great match. It sucks to see Christian, not win the title again, not win it back, but, still, it was a great match. Randy Orton gets another win. Okay, the next match was the Kiss My Foot match. Jerry King Lawler taking on Michael Cole. Now, if Jerry King Lawler loses, that means Michael Cole gets his Hall of Fame ring. And if Cole was to ever be put into the Hall of Fame, Jerry King Lawler would be the one who would induct him into it. So you got a lot of stuff at stake. And you got Jerry King Lawler going up against Cole again for the third time. Cole is 2-0 on Jerry King Lawler, making Lawler 0-2 on Cole, which sucks because I've been picking Jerry King Lawler to win these matches for the past 2 times, and here we are with the third match. But and you got to think, is luck going to be on his side? His third time going to be the charm for Jerry King Lawler, and in fact it was, because Jerry King Lawler got the win. Now this was a short match, and I'm not really one to like short matches. However, the end of this match is what made it so great. So let's get to that. Michael Cole, well, at first he comes out wearing a suit, limping, talking about how he cannot compete because he has a doctor's note. Reading the doctor note saying that he is not medically cleared, that his foot is infected, his athlete's foot got severe, I guess, and he cannot compete. So Cole gives the ref the note, and the ref rips the note up and basically says, "The hell with you," and starts the match. And Jerry King Lawler goes right to work on Cole. King working really well with Cole. Cole actually does get some offense on King. King does a good job with putting Cole over with that. And eventually King does get the win. The King throws Cole into the coal mine. That was a nice little spot. Cole really landed into that coal mine well. And anyways, after that happened, that was pretty much it for Michael Cole. But anyways, King gets the win. And anyways, right after that, Eve comes out and hits Cole with a moonsault off the top rope. That was really awesome. And then Jim Ross comes out. He's got some barbecue sauce, and he pours it right all over Cole's face. That was really awesome as well. Cole, he gets himself together, and he runs up the stage, and he cuts a quick promo talking about how Lawler and JR are nothing but losers. But all of a sudden, Bret Hart's music hits, and Bret Hart comes out and chases Cole back down to the ring, and Bret Hart throws Michael Cole right into the ring and puts the sharpshooter on him. And the King's able to stick his toes right into Cole's mouth. It was really awesome to see. Funny stuff. Cole spinning up and gagging. It's hilarious. And of course, then JR, he goes to the commentating booth and he gets to commentate the main event, which was awesome. Um, Made the match a whole lot better. We got the I Quit match for the World Wrestling Entertainment Championship belt. The Miz taking on John Cena. Now, this was another great match, I gotta say. 25 minutes in total length. The ref calls for the match to start, and the bell rings, but the Miz grabs the mic. He goes on, he's talking to John Cena, saying how, there's a lot of stuff that I'm going to do to you in this match, and this is a no DQ match, which means my apprentice here, Alex Riley, he can do the exact same things that I can do to you. And he asked John Cena, do you want to quit and just save yourself the embarrassment of getting your butt beat? And of course, Cena screams, hell no. But the match starts, and it's turned into a 2-on-1 handicap match. And the Cena just gets his ass beat throughout this entire match. And I'm telling you, you got 2-on-1, so you know that the odds for Cena aren't good. Cena does his best, of course, to get a little bit of offense, but he just can't seem to get it going. And they really go to town with Cena. Riley hits Cena with a briefcase right to the face. He repeatedly, hits Cena in the ribs with the briefcase. Miz grabs a kendo stick and really goes to work on Cena's ribs. He gets a lot of welts built up on his stomach area. It was kind of cool to see that. Miz grabs a belt from a camera guy, a leather belt, and starts whipping Cena with it. Just really kept a great pace as well, this match did. I really like that. Like I said, though, Cena tries to fight back, but just can't really get any offense going. And Miz grabs a chair and hits Cena with it. Cena fights back and ends up throwing Alex Riley into the referee, so the ref's out of it. But in the meantime, Miz sets up a chair in the ropes and hits Cena with the Skull Crusher finale right on that chair. That was a really awesome spot. But another funny part of the match was when the Miz asked this little kid to tell Cena to quit. It was really, really funny. But the kid wouldn't do it. He wouldn't tell Cena to quit at all. Miz hit Cena right in the head with the chair. It was a really nice little spot because Cena was kind of stuck in a rock and a hard spot, if you will, because the barricade had the padding ripped away from it, and the Miz was trying to pull Cena through the hole of the barricade, and he was wedged into that hole, and the Miz was able to capitalize on that. And he hit him right in the head with the chair. Alex Riley grabs the mic for some reason and asks Cena if he quits, and then a pre-recorded I Quit plays over the PA system. You could tell, it was like it was 1999 all over again, and The Rock and Mankind were having an I Quit match at the Royal Rumble, because that's exactly how that match went down over 10 years ago. But anyways, that didn't work. The ref, he didn't buy that at all, and he calls for the match to start over again, which of course gives Cena enough time to gain his composure and get the win. So he basically, Cena grabs his belt off his own jean shorts and whips the Miz all the way up the ramp with it and onto the stage, and he somehow gets the Miz into an STF, and pretty much right after that he screams, "I quit." I didn't really like the ending, but other than that, the match was very entertaining. Really liked it. I thought it was great, and that's that. That's the pay-per-view. So let me know what you guys think. What did you like? What did you dislike? I thought the pay-per-view was pretty good. And this is Gold Dizzy. Peace out, guys.